Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today we shall continue with our discussion from the previous video of yesterday about the case history of one Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was already frustrated and inimical towards his father because of the illegitimate Jewish blood that ran in his own blood thanks to the indiscretion of his own grandmother once. In other words, Adolf did not like one bit that Jewish blood was running in his own veins along with the Herrenvolk German blood. Hence, after his own mother's death, whose maiden surname he had adopted as Hitler instead of Schicklgruber, Adolf Schicklgruber, now Hitler, left his hometown Bavaria in Austria and gravitated towards Vienna. He had already cut all connections with his own family by now. In Austria, Adolf Schicklgruber wanted to become a painter, a drawing artist, and especially an architectural draftsman. However, he found to his dismay that he was not as talented as he thought while drawing architectural drawings. However, he applied for a seat in architectural institutes in Vienna, but every time he did so, he failed miserably, not once but thrice. However, when in his utter dismay and disgust he used to look at the display board of those who had qualified for the seat, he found to his anger and frustration that almost 50% of those among the merit list in the display board for seats in the architectural drawing were Jews. Adolf was absolutely dismayed, frustrated, angered, and he went into a depression. To make his ends meet, he got a job as a window cleaner along with a team of other such struggling artists or workers. This guy began doing window cleaning of big houses, buildings, bungalows, etc. One day, when he was looking through the glass of the window inside the room, he found to his utter dismay and his consternation that it was a Jewish household. Now, slowly, this guy began realizing that almost 75% of those opulent people in this Austrian community were of Jewish extraction. This further alienated him from that community. Hitler was totally distraught, and so a sort of hit madness set upon him. By now he had become Hitler after his name Heidler had been changed. Adolf Schicklgruber, alias Adolf Hitler, had now become Adolf Hitler. At that time, the whole European continent was a hotbed of intrigue, violence, and disruption. In 1914, the First World War began. Hitler's country, Austria, along with its adjacent country, Germany, took part in the First World War. Hitler was recruited as a corporal or soldier in the army of Germany because those people in the German government desperately wanted youth and young blood for the war. Adolf Schicklgruber, alias Hitler, for the first time saw some success. He fought very well in the battles and the skirmishes in the First World War. So much so that he got an Iron Cross. At that time, one day he was temporarily blinded by a weapon called mustard gas, and so he was discharged honorably by the army. This guy gravitated to Munich in Germany. Munich has a huge bunch of disgruntled people, especially youth like him. Adolf Hitler found this an opportunity to show his own frustration and anger at the public, the government, and the Jews in particular. He was welcomed by the disgruntled German youth. He started his own political parties. Several demonstrations, street fights, violence, etc. later, he became the Chancellor of Germany in the year 1934. By that time, his surroundings or his company was with those people who shared his own crazy ideas. This shows that coming events cast their shadows before. If only Adolf Hitler's grandmother had not cohabitated with a Jewish rich man and got pregnant with Adolf Hitler's father, Alois Schicklgruber, probably Adolf Schicklgruber would not have been vehemently against the Jewish community. He would have been just another ordinary German. Further, if only he had got a seat in architecture in Vienna, he would have led a decent living, but it was not to be. This guy failed in his initial attempts to settle down to a decent life, and that had resulted in his getting transformed into a deadly tyrant. He was the architect of the Second World War that devastated almost the whole of this world. We need not or we cannot blame Hitler for all this. His own past had caught up with his present. He had become so evil not only because of his own mentality, but because probably he had become so evil because of his own past. The devil crept into his psyche because of his own past. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this matter. Please give me your own opinions, thoughts, and ideas so that we may keep using this for the benefit of the society. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.